Hello, welcome to day 18 of my 108-day commitment to create and communicate. It's Monday, August 18th. My name is Sarah, and welcome. So if you heard any of my earlier videos, I was talking about creating from beauty, and part of the process of creating from beauty is clearing and letting go of releasing that which no longer serves us. Often we do that very consciously, but sometimes things happen, right? Like my mother's house flooded back in 2013, so nearly 12 years ago, when the floods came through Boulder, Colorado, and she lost everything in her basement. Fires happen, and what happened for me the other day, though, although on no scale like a fire or a flood, is I inadvertently deleted all of my message threads on WhatsApp. And I have conversations there. I have many photos. I have links to uh, lots of different sites that are involved with my business and all of that. And so I thought I was deleting the messages in the archives. And it turns out that I was deleting every thread of every message of every individual and group that I'm involved in WhatsApp, which is a number because especially over here in England and in Europe, WhatsApp is a primary platform used for messaging. I've been sitting with not being able to get back into old conversations in these threads. And at first, I just remember sitting there, ugh. And I was like, well, that happened. I didn't know I was going to release and clear all my messages from WhatsApp. Okay, then. So what's the gift? What's the silver lining or the gold nugget, the sparkly nugget here? And I'm not saying I've got all the answers in any way. I was speaking to one friend earlier this morning, and she was actually able to retrieve some messages and photos of groups that we're in together. And I said it's her superpower because she's actually done that for another friend who, from the Recovered Threads, actually created a whole course. So Colleen, thank you. You were just a godsend, and recovering those messages meant a lot. I recalled when I was walking with my dear Camino sister, Bibi Bahrami. And I'm bringing Bibi's name up because she is an author. Here is one of her books, The Way of the Wild Goose. She's written a beautiful book on the Camino with Moon Books. She's a beautiful travel author, and I just can't recommend her highly enough. So Bibi Bahrami. And this is the story, The Way of the Goose, Wild Goose, is the story of her, what she says here is 3 pilgrimages following geese, stars, and hunches on the Camino de Santiago. And being a travel author, Bibi took many, many photos. She's also an anthropologist, and so she studies things very deeply, looking at the symbology and the everything on the way. So she had thousands of photos. And when we were walking together in 2012 on our way from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port over toward Toulouse, so we were on the Camino going the other way, she inadvertently deleted all of her photos. And this was part of the foundation, the core of her work. And what she used to write from were these beautiful photos of the images, the symbols, everything from her journey. And there she was, and she had nothing from that moment previous. And what do we do when something is cleared for us that we didn't consciously choose? And what is the gift in that? At the beginning of chapter 12 in The Way of the Wild Goose, Bibi writes, after a few kilometers, we reached the village of Lucarne. The rain lightened. A tiny sliver of hope-laced light wedged into my sealed-off heart. Those photos are in you, I heard inside of me. With each footstep, I relived more fully each moment, person, and place now lost on the camera. I mourned each one, every little death, but I also celebrated them and slowly realized that all these experiences had registered more deeply inside of me than just my camera. Write, the interior voice said now more loudly. Write and do it now. I shared this paragraph with you because what we have had in our space is in us. It is a reflection and expression of us. And while we may grieve and feel deep sadness at the loss of things, we have to remember that photos, messages, items in our home are still just things. And while we can honor them and celebrate them and mourn them in their loss and in their letting go, we can remember that it truly is within us. And somehow, in the midst of the grieving and the letting go, we get to reclaim, just like Bibi did, sitting with each memory, with each person, with each image. She reclaimed the intimacy within herself and wrote from there. So my question is perhaps you've had something or someone or something taken from you where you've lost it out of something totally unexpected or through someone dying or however that loss has occurred for you. And I just invite you to ask, where is this in me? Where is what the meaning, the connection, the relationship I have with this person, with this place, with this item? Where is that actually inside of me? And how can I cultivate, connect with that, and have it be alive and vibrant, even if that external object or person is no longer in my life? Until tomorrow.